Cool. And we're going into champ select. Here we go.
Off to the casters.
What are we looking for?
Wake up, casters.
I'm right here. Calm down. I'm getting
Make me.
Well, we have one of the teams that we know nothing about, or they have a player who we know nothing about.
But you know things about the teams. Oh, couldn't be me.
No, Adora's Kitten has no games on record. Except for one.
Because
Nope, nothing.
He doesn't play ranked.
Yeah. So
He's
yeah.
a mystery.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of struggling here. And a lot of guesswork. I'm a little bit surprised about the LeBlanc ban. I'm guessing that we're setting up for something that just absolutely despises to play against LeBlanc. Azir comes to mind.
Ibrahimovic plays LeBlanc, and he did play it in the tournament.
That's a bit more reasonable. Though I'm a bit confused by the Shyvana ban also. From what I've heard about her rework is that it's not that powerful.
They've done some small changes, and you have a couple of different builds. They've also decided to kind of force her into the
Don't you dare
more
say jungle.
more AD role instead of
Oh,
AP.
okay, good.
or mixed.
See, back in my day, Shyvana was exclusively AD.
Back in my day, nah, she wasn't. The build was always good. But following up with, there's a lot of jungle bans here. Following up with a support build in Milio. Harassed here. No. What could we actually look up for a first pick here? They've banned the junglers already quite a lot. So, nope. Taking the safe pick on Syndra.
Syndra, I hardly knew her. Back at it once again.
It's a pretty good, pretty good champion. Like we were seeing.
What's the pick rate of Syndra in the tournament so far? I'd be very interested to know. It feels like it's like close to like 60 to 70%. Maybe higher.
And also Silas being picked up here. One of the favorites for Ibrahimovic when it comes to his solo games. Now the big question is, do you just go in to the Silas and pick as many good ults as you want and just hope you can beat him before he gets to use all of yours? Or do you try to avoid as much as possible?
Yeah, Silas versus Syndra is a pretty interesting matchup, like you said, because he makes use of the balls that she throws out, right? So she has to really consider if each and every ball is actually going to add value to the fight that she's trying to secure a kill on, right?
Yeah.
Especially late game in team fights, right? She throws out a bunch of them. If he stays alive for ages, suddenly he's got like 7, 8, 9 balls to throw back at somebody else. Yeah. With his scaling as well from his own AP. It can be pretty devastating.
So mid and bot both picked for both team. Twitch Soraka for the side of FP or FFP. And Yunara Lulu for BD.
I prefer the Yunara Lulu myself in terms of just like potential within a team. Obviously, the Twitch and Soraka can be a bit toxic, for lack of better words.
And looks like we're both having a Shen ban, so they're probably going to see a lot more top lane squeezes. Trying to squeeze out as much as possible. I'm a little bit questioning, though, the ban of Shen.
Same. I think Shen could have been a really nice pickup for their team.
I was more saying that it wouldn't be too bad of a problem to have the enemy team have Shen because of Silas. It's a great ultimate for Silas to actually have.
Oh,
absolutely. Doesn't do too much for his damage output, but it gives a lot more to his presence.
I think you also wouldn't mind just having a Shen on your team.
Yeah.
Things with like Shen ulti with a Twitch of like for example.
And we also have a Mumu ban for the size of BD and Poppy to follow up. I question the Mumu. Is there a bigger Mumu player on their team? Not from what I can see.
I think Mumu is probably just one of those ultis that they don't want Silas to have.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have it unless they pick it. And
no, that's right. Yeah.
Nasus. I'm a little bit more surprised that Nasus hasn't Or doesn't have more of a presence in these games. Nasus right now is actually disgusting. The patch hasn't, where with his nerve hasn't gone live yet. What could they actually be looking for here? Both teams are definitely looking for a little more of a front line. Zin, very solid jungler, very frontliney. I'm guessing they're just going to respond with another jungler here.
I'm hoping for a nice tanky jungler on the side of red though. I feel like they're lacking that consistent presence. Obviously, Zin can get in there, but he doesn't stay in there for very long.
Cordis has a Zac that apparently is pretty good. Also, Volibear is a good second pick. And Jarvan. Yeah, there's not too many dashes on the back line. So a Cataclysm onto it.
A Jarvan top lane? Oh, yes, please. It's probably Zac top lane, but I like it to be Jarvan.
This is This is actually quite interesting. Are we actually going to see? I actually can't place it where they're going. I really should have had the rules as is still up on the.
Who needs rules where we're going? We're going to the depths of a Jarvan top lane. We don't need rules.
And Vayne
is scary.
So now the big question is: are they going to take the Zac into the top lane to face the Vayne, who's just going to eat him alive, or are they going to risk it and put Jarvan up there?
I think they risk it. And I think that I think they risk it and they just focus all of their efforts onto Vayne. I think you shut down Vayne in the top lane. You make her feel terrible for picking Vayne, but then suddenly you're feeling so much better in the game as well. Because like, look at the red team; they don't have a consistent tank. They have some bruisers, you know, with Xin Zhao and potentially getting to the later stage where he's a bit more tanky. They have kind of like big HP, not big resistance, but kind of survivability. But they don't have any consistent presence that's going to be able to stay on top of them, provided that the CC is there on the side of blue team. So I think they really need to either shut down the Twitch, shut down the Vayne, ideally both. But I'd really like to see Vayne just not be allowed to play the game. But that's just my bias as a top laner.
Yeah. Vayne is one of those filthy range top laners. And curiously enough, Stormraider Surge.
That is a beautiful skin for Vayne. I've never saw that one. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's one of the themes of it. But importantly enough, Stormraider Surge on Vayne. No real damage. I understand it. I can see the thought behind it. Making sure that you just run away, keep the distance, be a nuisance, dash in and out. But it's curious to not see any form of a damage amp.
She doesn't need it. She's Vayne. Vayne's whole purpose is she gets level 16, similar to Kayle. She gets her items. She kills everybody. Silverbolt's be doing Silverbolt's things. Like, she just doesn't need the amp. Especially if you're taking her into the top lane, where she's going to be a bit more of a focus in the early and mid game compared to the Twitch. You want her to have that like extra survivability, the mobility to get around.
Yeah.
Because like even if you shut her down, like, as much as I want her to be shut down because I'm a filthy top lane main, realistically shutting her down actually isn't going to do much in the game because she's gonna farm, she's gonna get her items, and then suddenly she's gonna come out of the bush and kill the Zac and the Jarvan like nobody even knew that she was there, right? Like that's gonna happen. So I think not taking the damage amp is fine, especially when you are against champions that you need to be able to run away from, right? Like Zac has a lot of ways to stay on you. Bit of an early skirmish there that you definitely don't want to see by the Syndra.
No, definitely not. Silas is one of those filthy mages with a dash and gap close in one spell. Not fun to deal with. Nope. First hit. Yeah, this is not going to be a fun lane.
Not fun for the Syndra at all.
Yeah, Syndra had already forced to choke both of her potions just to be able to stay in the lane and not fall even further behind. Silas is going to have a field there unless there's something massive changes here. Are we having any fun items? No, not really. We have the green smite for Jarvan and red smite for Xin Zhao.
Yeah, it's all pretty standard across the board. Shield for Zac, ring for the mid laners, bow and blade respectively for the ADs. Yunara might be going down here. Barrier prop both sides. Twitch got a lot of damage. Got that E fully charged. Does get the kill. Lulu follows up. Flashes with the E. Gets the kill. Trying to follow in onto the Soraka now. Does get the Q for the slow. Gonna have to back off. Not gonna be able to secure the kill. But Twitch is feeling very good about that. First blood gold. Both ADs die, so neither of them are gonna be getting any kind of XP lead. Yeah, Twitch is gonna be very happy with that trade.
Good. Condemn there just to make get the distance away from the Zac, not wanting to have any more part of his fighting. Curious enough, the Syndra has stabilized.
I mean, Silas still has 2 potions, so it's not as stable as it looks on the surface.
It's a stabilization, not an advantage. Oh, 2 free auto attacks for the Twitch. That is a massive
So much
expunge.
damage. Yeah, he came back into lane with 2 swords right out the gates, which is just devastating if he's able to get that his passive charge for the E damage.
Really good with the Soraka, pulling the attention of the minions, making sure that the Twitch doesn't have to... Oh, making United lose as much as possible. Could dodge with the Syndra, just dodging away. Both junglers have completed the jungle path. Zin is going to take the first scuttle crab and now looking towards the mid lane.
Both
He has been
junglers are
spotted.
at the mid. Jarvan is there for support if needed.
And Jarvan has been spotted as well. Surprisingly enough, this Zac is actually staying pretty healthy.
Staying healthy in HP, not healthy in CS though. Vayne doing a pretty good job getting that lead. Oh, big fight happening onto the jungle there. Nice little pick onto the Xin Zhao. Force the stun from the Syndra. Forces him to flash over the wall. Jarvan follows through. Does get the kill. Takes the double buff away from him. Refreshing his own, which is very nice to see. He's very happy with himself there. Knows that the top jungle isn't up yet, so he's just going to take the scuttle. I would like to see him either go top side to prepare for the Xin Zhao potentially coming to save the Vayne from the push, or even go into the Krugs. But it looks like he's just going to go for his own Gromp instead. But yeah, Zac looking healthy on HP, but he is so down in CS. Vayne doing an excellent job of both make sure she's getting her own last hits, but also denying Zac as many as she can by just poking a lot.
Yeah, and also Zac has already based one time for that Dark Seal, giving him a little bit of extra power and
also
sustain.
almost twice the CS of the Zac.
Yeah, but that is to be expected.
She hasn't backed yet, but she does have plenty of gold in her name. Probably looking to go straight for the Blade of the Ruin King, I would imagine. Probably going to pick up a Vamp Scepter.
Yeah, either that or actually do a quick stop for a Cull.
I think she might have enough for both a Vamp Scepter and a Cull. I can't see her gold at the moment.
1200, 1225.
Yeah, she's almost at the point where she can get both Vamp Scepter and Cull, which she might be going for, which I would personally like to see. I think that'd be a massive spike for her.
She has hit 6 first. So okay, collects another stun. Gets some more stacks.
Pushing in the stage, she wants to make it crash under tower, then hopefully she's going to look for a nice safe back, get back into lane. Yep, there she goes.
Syndra is currently sitting on.
So I don't think she crashed the wave big enough. Zac might potentially.
No, she did. Syndra's currently sitting on 33 of her passive stacks, 7 more, and she'll actually have 2 Dark Spheres to pull out.
No, she didn't crash the wave. If Zac wanted to, he could try and force a freeze, or at least a very poor lane position for Jarvan to come up to top lane, which he is going to do.
Xalis has dashed over the wall, has connected onto Syndra with her passive, stolen Jarvan's Cataclysm, but it doesn't get any time to use it. Goes straight down. And Jarvan.
Honestly, I would have liked to see Jarvan try and go for Drake here, force a 4v3, secure the Drake. But maybe a bit scared of Twitch. He's quite strong at the moment, serrated can pickaxe.
And interestingly enough, Vayne chose to go for neither Vamp Scepter or Cull. She chose to go for a serrated Dirk.
Oh, flash from the Zac into the ulti? Vayne popped her ulti, Q's away, follows up with the ghost, but now she's in a position to potentially kill the Zac. She doesn't have vision of the bush though. It's getting a little bit scary. All he needs to do is get a few more seconds for that E, and he could potentially kill her. So she does need to be quite a bit careful here. No
think
pots, no Omnivamp, no lifesteal. She is in a bit of a precarious situation.
I think I have a sneaky suspicion I know what she is going for, and I think she's going for what is that support item that Pike always goes for. Oh, Cataclysm has been popped in the mid lane. Silas has stolen it recently, and now jumps onto Syndra, getting close to turret. At the same time, Jarvan uses Cataclysm to secure the kill onto Vayne. And able to walk away, doesn't get any kill in response. Syndra does go down to the at the hands of Silas. That Cataclysm Ignite combo is quite devastating. At the same time, a Tire would dive onto Xin Zhao. Action everywhere. Oh, Twitch is invisible. Looking to catch one out. Lulu spots him. At the same time, Jarvan is now being collected up by Silas, who's running in from the mid lane. Zac is way out of position. Vayne returning back from the base, goes into the blob form, and there is no TPs to help.
What
Questionable.
a sloppy situation on all sides of the map here. Really, really weird skirmishes happening across the board. Overstays, overcommitments, which led to what was initially a really nice initial trading for the blue team. Just ended up being really bad for them as they're down 3 members versus just 1 kill on the side of blue.
I was curious of staying. Yeah, we were curious of staying there. Like I done Janet. Oh, really nice buffer there on the E2 by the Silas, making sure that actually get connected to Syndra, even though he gets stunned. A lot of damage. Silas is currently sitting on 3 kills and a 900 gold lead against the Syndra. This is not where you want to be if you're facing a Silas.
Warhammer picked up now for Vayne.
So
Jarvan going in onto the Silas and Tau. Silas trying to find the Syndra, not quite able to. Jarvan's got his Conqueror popped. He flashes the Cataclysm. Jarvan flashes to follow through. Silas is trying to dash away, getting some healing from his W. Jarvan getting knocked up. Syndra's there trying to do some damage. 1 hit away from death. Jarvan almost dies, but does get the kill onto the Silas there. Moments away from his own death. Now, fight happening in the top side. Vayne popped her ulti. She's got a ghost going. She's trying to do damage she can. Zac does ulti, try and get some defensive pushes away from her. Does get some survivability. Gets knocked into the wall. Does get stunned. Gets followed through. Vayne's just going to close that kill with 1 more Q.
And there it is. But no, that's a very big thing that had to happen. Like giving up the shutdown onto Jarvan, making it connect even more goal. Funny enough, Sayak actually got Vayne there, probably taking 1 or 2 more turret shots than she probably should have. Jarvan, blue team has decided to start the dragon and do the trade. Doesn't seem to be any more contestants, so dragon for grub trade. I think both teams are actually pretty happy with that. Like a Vayne top getting grubs is probably a little bit better than a Zac getting grubs. Oh, Silas has found himself on the wrong side of the map, and he has made his presence known. Jumps in onto the Lulu, gets Polymorph, flag and drag. Syndra ult has been used. Lulu ult on stolen. Two Lulu ult stolen. Flag and drag to get out. Does he actually do it? It seems he actually does it. Scatter the weak to collect a little bit more stacks for the Syndra, and
but now Syndra's in trouble. Silas found the greed that the Syndra had and decided that he wants a piece of it. Rest of the team coming through in. Twitch popped his ulti, trying to get some damage down. Yunara now exhausted, forced to flash over the walls. Then popped his ulti, making sure no damage can enter that little no-no zone. And no kills happen across either side, but a very precarious situation. Twitch is in Viz looking for some kills, does find the Jarvan, but Jarvan manages to counter with the flag and drag into the Cataclysm, and now the Xin Zhao down because he's stuck inside the Cataclysm. Yara picks up 2 kills there.
There's some beautiful fighting.
Beautiful dodge from the Vayne there, and that should secure her the kill. Zac gotta be beating himself up about missing that either.
Yeah. Interesting enough, there's some beautiful scatter of the weeks. Just like we've seen so many of those just being pivotal just for their teams whenever they're used. Secure or saved himself Syndra saved himself twice, saved Yunara once, and again flag and drag with a Cataclysm just to secure the kill on both Xin Zhao and Twitch, and giving both kills critically to Yunara, who's now finished her Kraken Slayer, and Lulu coming back. with a Ardent Sensor she just sold, and decided to buy a Oblivion Orb instead, making sure that they have that anti-heal.
And Hubris picked up by the Vayne. I'm not sure what you were thinking with the support item, but yeah, no, Hubris picked up with Gluttonous Graves.
It's not. It's a lethality item that support Pike picked up. Umbral Glaive is the one.
Yeah.
The
I think Hubris makes a bit more sense though.
Yeah. It depends on how you use
I
it.
don't know if I like Lethality Vayne in the top lane.
I kind of see it because of how that Hubris actually was. Zach's looking for something more, but no.
Oh sure, I think it's fine. I don't think it's bad. Maybe I'm a bit old school, you know. Back in my day, Vaynes went top. They took Blade of the Ruin King and they died, and you know, and life was in perfect balance and harmony.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
That they did, and they came with many a lethality item on range top laners.
Yeah. Syndra is in a horrible position here. Dashing come in. Zinzao dashes in.
Beautiful scatter though.
Scatter the way to save herself. Zach is
Vayne's
looking for another
another
Peter fight.
skirmish.
Zach has popped his ulti. Vayne is dashing around with Invisible.
Vayne's on the wrong side of the lane here.
Nice jump. Soraka ulti with Wish to trying to keep her top laner alive. Zach is close to a wall, but
Zach is
Vayne managed to get
definitely
it.
upset with that Soraka right now.
Yeah. Almost secures in a one-on-one in a matchup they probably should not have no business winning.
Yeah, Vayne unfortunately just stuck on the wrong side of the lane.
You know, the Umbral Glaive is a pretty interesting pickup just because of the fact that if you buy it on Vayne, the stealth you get from the W activates the passive every single Q. Oh, Scatter the Weak again to save herself. This time they would have been spelled death if she didn't use it because of that stolen Syndra ulti.
Keep in mind, Silas still does currently have the Syndra ulti.
Ooh. If those chains would have connected, he would have been in range. Oh, Twitch has gone invisible, looking for something. Looking for some fights going on. No. Oh, there it is. Ulti has popped. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Unara ulti has popped. And Overgrowth has also been popped. Twitch goes down in pursuit of Soraka. But Soraka just too quick with those goat legs.
Yeah, Yunara saw that Rat-a-tat-tat and raised him big Yunara from Lulu, and he had to run away with his tail between his legs. Bit of a miscalculation there from the Twitch, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they actually thought they had then. Soraka is just now got exhaust back. So that actually would have been a game changer. Zach is looking for another fight. In the mid lane, Jarvan has jumped onto Silas. Cataclysm's been popped. Stolen Syndra ulti takes the kill onto Jarvan. It's a very close fight in the top lane.
Zach's actually just finding a cliff after that one. He feels so bad. Now Syndra's also going down in the mid lane. Also, just want to point out, once again, Silas, beautiful flashes against Jarvan's Cataclysms right now. I think he's 3 for 3 on flash Cataclysms from the Jarvan. So some really good reaction times coming out of the Silas.
Yeah, at the same time, also to point out that Zach actually did manage to survive that encounter. He was lucky enough that one of his blobs was hiding into the in a bush, so Vayne couldn't actually see it.
He's still definitely upset about not killing her, though. That's like, what, 4 times now she's been one hit away from death from the Zach?
Very much so. Looking for a dragon here. Jarvan has respawned and rejoined the fight here. This is a smite fight, but no theft of minerals. Scatter the Weak finds 2. Yunara slow catches onto Zinzao. Zinzao is forced to fight. It's flag and drag to get to secure the kill. Yunara takes it this time. Yunara still has the ulti and now fighting 1 versus 2 with a Twitch with a rat-tat-tat.
Twitch looking for that rematch. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word there. Twitch looking for the rematch there. Not able to pick up the kill. Vayne doing some damage onto the Zac. Might be looking for a dive. She is going for the dive. She gets the kill. Is she going to get out in time? That looks like she is. Lulu, in the meantime, taking some damage from the side. Silas taking a lot of damage from the center, trying to get out. Does get the his own ulti from the Lulu. Is on low HP. Going to try and dash away. Goes back in instead. Gets the W heal. Gets some damage onto both of them. Not able to quite get the kill though. And Syndra counters with the scatter, getting the kill at the end there. Really, really close encounter there. Almost picking up a double kill for him, but falls a little bit short and does die near the end there.
It's so close, and there are so many of these fights. Everyone just is running away with a slither of health, or just making a really good return fight. But no, there was he heals so much with that W. I think it's the King Slayer. His W. It just healed him for so much. I don't think that Lulu actually had the Grievous wounds on him when he did it. Otherwise, that's broken. Disgusting. Yunara is very close to finishing off Runa's Hurricane. Also, just finished off the Cull. Got a big influx of gold. Probably has it if she bases now. That is a lot of damage. Oh, Zac has found his way into the bot lane. Slingshot has been launched. No,
this is a 4v2 dive.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat has been popped. Yunara is tanking the turrets. No, Zac is actually taking the turrets. The no-no zone of Xin Zhao is in play.
Disastrous.
It just isn't enough.
Absolute disastrous on the side of red here, losing 3 people, losing that tier 1 turret. Flash is getting wasted across the board as well. Like, not an ideal situation to find themselves in.
And I believe no, that is second turret because Vayne does connect the first one. Ooh, had a flash
forced to flash out of the Syndra, dodges the Jarvan's knockup, and safe is going to get away. But if that condemn landed, that Syndra was not gonna be too happy with it.
Yeah, definitely not really happy with that. Interesting enough, this Vayne build is going to be Hubris Storm Surge.
I don't like this Vayne build. I just want it to be known. I hate it. Moving on.
She has built it under protest. But, and again, we're seeing a
Zac finding the Silas, Yunara coming up. Lulu's there for the polymorph and the slow. Gonna try and force some damage onto the Zac. He does. No, the Silas as a Zac. Sorry, my apologies there. Soraka there to heal up the Silas at the end there. I was gonna say, why is Zac's team killing Zac? And now we know.
At the same time, we also find out that it's actually not Runa's being picked up. It's fiendish bolts.
Not a terrible
Fiend Hunter bolts. Sorry. Fiendish Hunt.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think with the Yunara versus Twitch matchup, you want to always have your ulti ready and raring to go versus the Twitch for when he rat-a-tat-tats. So you get that ultimate haste, but then afterwards you get an insane barrage of attacks and damage, similar to how Twitch does in his rat-a-tat-tat. So you're kind of countering Twitch with his own machinations.
Slingshot's gone in. Overgrowth had launched 2 up in the air. The no-no zone of Xin Zhao disengages. Yunara goes down because she was tanking the turret. And Twitch actually gets a return kill. Syndra's now fighting off the Vayne. The second, here comes another ballistic slingshot. Does connect, but not long enough. Sorry for the interruption there.
No, it is completely fine. My throat hates me. I'm very happy you're picking up the rap god today.
Vayne is on the curious side of the map here. Has been pinged, I believe. They have feeling that someone's milling about.
They definitely do know that she's there. They are looking to try and collapse on somebody, but they do have the Baron recall from the Herald, so they're not going to be in too much danger. Zac also there. Silas going to back off. Doesn't like what he's seeing.
There's been a lot of fighting here. A lot of scrappiness back and forth. Thunder Sky also been finished off by the Jarvan. United's working her way towards the Infinity Edge. Twitch has finished his, but now is going to have to work towards something else. I'm guessing a little bit of attack speed, so most likely going to come his way. Silas has been sitting on these on his boots and proto belts a long time now. Probably it's just not been getting any gold.
And Drake spawned. Blue team looking to try and take that, get one step closer to the soul. Syndra's TP down into the bot lane, so everybody is here. Could get a nice little 5v5 going. Twitch looks like he wants to back, but he is deciding to stay. They are going to start the Baron. Syndra out of position, though, next to 3 of the red team, and Twitch is just going to find her, going to absolutely shoot her down and kill her with the E. Vayne has popped her ulti, though, so there's not going to be much in the way of contention. And it does look like that Drake is going to go down to blue, so ultimately trading 1 Drake for 1 kill. I don't think red team should be too happy with themselves about that. They found the pick on Syndra, sure, they got a little bit of gold, but at what cost?
Yeah, Xin Zhao was just not near to actually help fight for that. Oh, Vayne is on pursuit.
Out of position. Zac goes in with the E, gets the Ignite, tries to get some damage. Soraka's there to heal. Vayne getting really, really low. She doesn't have the diamond vamp that you usually would from other builds. Just an example why Hubris is not the best item. Doesn't get the kill onto Zac, and that's me being salty. I hate her build. I hate it.
I question it as well, but it's I understand the reason behind it.
I
Don't support
understand it. I'm just. I wish I was back in season 4.
Triple Dagger picked up for Twitch. Most likely goes
Triple
in.
dagger. Now that reminds me of the good old 4 Doran's Blade Rengar top lane. Oh,
I was gonna
those
say,
were the days.
I was gonna say Garen. He was also infamous for doing multiple Doran's blades. But no, this is probably just build stones towards the Runan's Hurricane. This time I hope I'm correct, because if I'm wrong another time, this is gonna be embarrassing.
It looks like Vane's going to be picking up the last Whisper item, where she's going to be going for Mortal Reminder or Giant. No, not Giant Slayer. What is it? The other one.
Well, you have Mortal Reminder, Lord Dominic's Regards,
That's
and
it, Lord Dominic's
Shirelda's
Regards.
Grudge.
I don't
Most
imagine
likely
we'll
one of them.
see the Grudge. I mean,
No.
wouldn't be worse, but it's like a
It's-
frozen mallet, but worse.
It's definitely good. It would be worse.
Yeah.
I'm actually suspecting us to see the Mortal Reminder, because most of the time she is going to be into Zac, and having
Yeah.
Zac heal that much as he is,
Yeah, no, I definitely
is
would prefer to see
annoying.
the Mortal Reminder, especially with the healing.
Yunara's looking for
healing
a
from
fight here.
Lulu.
Cataclysm has been flashed on.
Meanwhile,
Flashed
Vayne getting
damage.
some damage in the bot lane fight happening there. Straka is there to support her though. Twitch now dangerously low. They are going to have to back off. Meanwhile, Zac getting some plates in the top side, getting some more gold for his team, pushing that lead just that ever a little bit further. Nice little 4K, well, almost 4K gold lead. No, 3K gold lead, sorry, in the way of... No, yeah, 4K. I can do math. I promise you, chat. Almost 4K gold lead on the way for blue team. Zac senses the danger, does back away. Jarvan hanging around maybe a little bit longer than he should, but trying to find something. Wants to try and get this red camp away from Xin Zhao, but he is going to come down. He does get the camp though before Xin Zhao gets there, so he does manage to get away.
That is a stinker. You're not happy with that one. Stolen right underneath your nose. Yeah, Vayne is doing some standard bookkeeping, just trying to get herself the gold for armor pen item. Most likely Dominus Regards or Mortal
They're
Reminder.
trying to find a pick here. Jarvan looking to go for the Twitch. He does jump in, doesn't get the knock up though. Twitch going to get away with that invis, and Jarvan's not going to be able to lock him down.
No Cataclysm available, but really good attempt there. Twitch does have flash on cooldown, so next catch on Twitch is probably going to be lethal, unless there's some major defensive play here from the Soraka.
She does have ulti, she does have exhaust, she does have transcendence now, so... No, not transcendence, sorry, Moonstone Renewer. So she is able to keep him alive longer than you would reasonably expect. He does have barrier, so he can definitely tank a little bit of damage, but the kind of positioning is going to be the issue if he does get caught out. Soraka got some deep wards, manages to get away with her life, no concerns there. Look like they are going to be prepping for the next Drake. They definitely don't want Soul Point to go to blue team, so they are getting ready.
Yeah, having Soul to actually go to the opponent is definitely not something you want, especially when it's a mountain Soul to a Zac.
Drake up in 55 seconds. Soraka's in backed, assuming that they're going to be coming back down to bot side. Silas also backing, want to get as much gold value as they can into their items, and then come back down ready for this fight that I'm sure is going to be happening for this Drake. Syndra's going to need to back soon if she wants to get to Drake on time, though she does have TP up if she's looking to TP in.
Cataclysm jumped onto Twitch, rat-a-tat-tat-tat, to trying to defend herself. Soraka comes in with some of his assistance, but no, Yunara is there for an extra piece of kill. And Lulu almost gets shredded. That
Yeah,
Twitch actually
forced
still does
to use the heal there. I think she would have died without the heal. Jarvan finds the knock up on Straka, gets exhausted, going to get a bunch of damage thrown back at him from the Silas. But now Yunara's coming in, she popped ulti, getting damage, didn't pop his ulti, he's not letting damage come into the circle. Jarvan's following through, gets the kill onto Straka. But now Xin Zhao's in trouble, gets stuck in the Cataclysm, goes down, and suddenly that's a 3v1 trade for the side of blue. Now they don't have a jungler, they need to be careful about trying to do Drake here, but there is no smite on the side of red team either, so as long as they can just make sure that nobody's around, they're going to be able to secure this Drake and secure that soul point as well, getting them that nice meaty mountain shot soul. Meanwhile, Zac's finding both of them here, getting both of them caught into his ulti and his Q, getting some good damage onto both of them, but now Vayne's trying to clap back with some damage of her own. Needs to be a bit careful. Syndra definitely not one to mess about, and it is going to force both of them to back, so that's going to be a nice clean Drake pickup for blue team, getting them that mountain soul, going to make them just all that little bit harder for Vayne and Twitch to kill.
very interesting that Vayne actually was that late. She missed the entire fight, then TP'd into the middle of the to the mid lane and did nothing really. Zach did a beautiful Q1 and Q2 flash, like make them kiss move. Sadly, Syndra actually only caught one of them with the scatter of the week. Almost got a full sweep. But yeah, Mountain Soul making that Zach and Syndra, no, making that Zach specifically a whole lot more tankier. And this Yunara is just running away with the game. Oh, yeah, Yunara is running away with the game.
3.7k gold lead on the Yunara.
Is absolutely disgusting. She is full riders. She's a full item head of Twitch. Cataclysm dropped onto Soraka, who's used Silencer right on top of her head just to try to survive. Flag and Drag to pick up, to get it stun onto Xin Zhao. The rest of his team is just doing what they can to help him get away, but it just isn't enough. One on one in the top lane again. This time, this Vayne is just too slippery. One shots to get one of each block.
The question you have to ask, is it worth every time these fights happens? Where is Vayne? She's 1v1ing somebody in a side lane. She's got all of their gold. She's the only one with any kind of gold lead on the team, and she's never participating in these fights.
Yeah, and
now she's getting caught out, and she's gonna die, and she's gonna give up gold. But she might be able to get away. She does pop that go. She does get a little bit of damage to proc the keystone, I believe. Jarvan trying to follow through. He's gonna get the flash. He does get the slow, but she does get healed by Soraka's ulti, so she's gonna live. But yeah, Vayne needs to be able to get into these fights a bit quicker and a bit more preemptively. Otherwise, they're not really going to be able to stand a chance in these team fights. She's realistically the only one at the moment that's going to be doing any damage, not only to the gold lead, but they have Mountain Soul, so that true damage she has is going to be also more important. And at the moment, these 4v5s are just not cutting it for them.
No, definitely not. Well, if Twitch actually gets to free fire with his ulti at a distance, I think he will actually do a whole lot of damage still. But he just isn't allowed to. Every single time he's trying to, he has someone in his face. It's, Scatter of the Week has caught on to Silas, who has fought to Zhonya's. Into the arena has been trying to pop, but we got to Polymorph as he's trying to do it. Twitch is firing from behind the wall, but just gets it destroyed by Syndra and Yunara.
And once again, Vayne, the last one to the party, unfortunately, just get a pick up onto Lulu, trying to find a kill onto the Syndra. Beautiful flash onto the Scatter. Is going to try to now look for a kill onto the Zac, potentially, but she needs to be wary. Jarvan is there, and he's ready to pounce. He does have Cataclysm, locks her into the wall. She does get over the wall, though, from the Zac ulti, knocks her out of the Cataclysm, going to buy her a little bit of time, going to try and get some damage. She's ignited, not going to be able to do enough damage, not going to be able to get enough healing, and that should be Baron now going for the blue team.
Vayne picking up a lot of stray kills that would have gotten away. I don't know why Lulu decided to push the turret alone. They actually just get picked off, and then Vayne, of course, Vayne is going to be able to do a lot of damage into a Syndra without ult or scatter. But yeah, no, Baron also goes down to BD.
Goes down just as Lulu comes up as well, so we do get 4 people with the Baron buff instead of just 3.
And no, Vayne chooses to go for Lord Dominic's Regard. I understand doing a bit more damage towards Zac in this 1v1s, but he's healing. He's healing for way too much, and Soraka's Wish on the side is just going to make him even more tanky. Oh, sorry, Soraka is on the Vayne's side.
Yeah, the Lord Dominic's Regards, I think, is a little bit of a mystery trace here. There's no healing reduction across anybody on their team, and while sure they don't have a natural healer, Zac is no joke when it comes to his own healing. If he's able to sustain in these fights and get the time he needs to get those blobs, he's going to have thousands upon thousands of healings. I do think it's a bit of a mistake for nobody at all, any kind of healing reduction. I mean, even when you take consideration the Lulu healing from Ardent Sensor and stuff, that's still going to be impactful. 2 people caught into the Cataclysm. Zac comes in, knocks them up. Vayne's just dead instantly, so even though she's in the fight, she's not going to be able to do much this time. Xin also going to get pounded as he was caught in that Cataclysm. Yunara trying to push forward to get some more kills, but not going to be able to find anything. But minions coming up, Baron buff available, going to stop the minions from being killed. Going to be able to get the tower and potentially push forward to the tier 3s.
This Jarvan has so much damage. Still very, very tanky. That was a beautiful Cataclysm and Flag and Drive to get out. It was just he just put them in prison. There was no one in there to actually kill them until Yunara just came in here and did some splash damage. Now the first inhibitor of the game goes down on the side of.
They might try and push for the win here. It's definitely not on to do. They know they have the advantage. Zach, unfortunately, getting caught out there, forced to flash away. Lulu pops her ulti on him. Twitch trying to do as much damage as he can from the Rattata, but Yunara's just pounding in on the Nexus. And that's going to be game for blue team here.
Brilliant game.
Did not expect that to go all the way to the end there for the win on the side of blue team. I expected maybe one more fight was going to happen, but no, just they knew they had the damage, and by God, did they.
Yeah, I expected a whole lot more from this game to actually be. Like, I expected a little bit more fighting, but I guess that Baron and Solo just took care of it.
Absolutely.
Well, Shane isn't here to prompt us to vote.
She is talking to her team for the upcoming game, but also all of the damn Beavers have left apart from 2.
Well, they're just dodging the responsibility. Didn't they sign the
So-
contract?
We've already got 2 people to choose from if they want an MVP interview.
And who
But the
are
big
those
question
2
is-
people? Let's see. I don't.
Will and Elias, and
and-
we have no real reason to figure out who.
Yeah, I have no idea which one that was, but I mean, from a purely pragmatic standpoint, I think MVP, in my opinion, goes towards the Jarvan now. Yunara, obviously, she's got those kills, she's got that gold lead, she's got all that damage. I think Jarvan's making plays on the map left, right, and center. He was just really all over it across the board, doing everything correctly. I think he's for sure my MVP.
Yeah, I concur.
Yeah, I think the Jarvan has actually left, so I can't bring him in.
Yeah.
But there is a
that's
stat cut
understandable.
there.
No, but the guy was pretty much omnipresent.
But not to discount the rest of the team, I think
Nope.
again all of them played really well. Zach did a remarkable job against the Vayne. Like I expected him to be dead left, right, and center, and it was close a lot of the times. But he held his own, and he did his own share of putting Vayne towards death's door. So I definitely don't want to discount the Zach there either. But Syndra also, she surprisingly not as much impact as you'd expect from a Syndra, but I think the key important thing is that she didn't just feed to the Silas and get him to an uncontrollable lead. So I think across the board everybody did fine. Lulu, of course, doing big support things, keeping people alive, making sure they don't die, and just overall presence across the map from the entire team I think is just really good.
And I believe the night shift crew has just joined.
Yeah, that's gonna
The
be
night
game
shift crew.
3. No, I guess game 2 because game 2
This was game 2.
It was
Yeah.
meant to be game 3 is my point. So, but either way, that's game 2. We're gonna have one more game for the day. Me and Mr. Lighty are gonna be bouncing. You're gonna have a fresh cast of 3 new casters to brighten up your day, and hopefully they're not too chaotic for you. But we will hand over the reins to those.
Enjoy, boys.
Bye bye.
There we go. See you later, Alexis. And goodbye, Lighty. Good nighty, Lighty.
And unfriend.
Okay.